Hello? Hmm. Yeah, yesterday I improved this menu and I noticed I'm having a very similar menu here, and I either have to copy the changes I did in the other menu here, or I will combine the two menus into one and have the small differences solved inside inside the unified menu. So that's what I'm going to do first. Let's go. Am I even filtering for the faction here? Doesn't seem so. Never mind. Let's do it here. Ah. So if we are filtering for one faction, we will go to the faction menu instead of the main outpost menu. And if we're not filtering, we can go back to the outpost menu. And I need to change the title. Oops. Ooh. What did I say in the other one? From factions. Okay, that's okay. List of active quests from faction blah. Ah, that's not good. It's kind of redundant if we are filtering, because in the filtered list every faction will be the same. Only in the unfiltered list we need to know which faction this is, because by showing their faction banner in the UI. So in the unfiltered list you may want to know what faction this quest belongs to, and this banner is indicating that by having different colors for each faction. Then we didn't do the filtering yet, because we have to know how large the data sets should be. That's a int array. Okay, nice. Just type .size. Yeah, we are doing this trick since every quest can only be active. You cannot have the identical quest active twice at any moment, so the quest type IDs are unique in every moment, and I can use them as a pointer to the quest giver, which is the faction. So if I had, let's say I have this woodcutting quest, let's say this, yeah, let's go with the woodcutting quest. If it's active twice, it's not clear then what faction this is from. I just have to make sure that I never activate a quest twice at any moment. I'm not even sure if I want to allow quests to be given multiple times during one game. Maybe repetitive at after some time to cut logs, but on the other hand I will run out of different quests at some point. So it depends. Maybe I will toggle it for certain quests that they only appear once during one playthrough. We will see. Where was I? I was filtering. Giver get quest type get e. If the ID is equal to the filtered ID, then we want to increment num quests. Else num quests is map.quest type size, because in that case list all existing quests. Now we need to replace this with num quest. And now we cannot iterate over all. Or we can. We just have to filter again. If filter not null and filter.id does not equal. Oh, we have to retrieve the quest giver again. Like this. Oh, and we need to have an offset. That's different from the I in the iteration. Filter ID is not faction ID. Now it should do. We're not sorting the list since there are so many arrays we have to sort. You can also say no quests here, but it doesn't make a difference. That's it, I think. I thought this was going to be much more work. Let's test it. Let's first check if we are iterating wrongly somewhere. Here we're doing it over the local data. Just have to make sure we're not doing this somewhere inside of update or render. I see. So why don't we have a quest type array? Put this inside. So now we don't have to retrieve the quest type like this. You can just say quest type index. Now it should do. Let's test it. I guess there's an error somewhere. Maybe not. Genau. Oh, see. Aha. Actions. But that's never. That has to do with the save file, because I did changes to that, to saving of quests. If you start a new game, not a. And here we can start. First we have to build a geologist's cabin, and then we can start this quest and this quest. Talk to them. Blah 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 blah. Agree to help. And talk to him. Agree. Now we have the quests listed here, and it's not crashing. Then we save. Look into the save file for giver, quest giver, key, quest giver value. Okay, that's nice. That's correct. Let's reload. This is the old menu. Now I go into faction main menu and transition into menu quest list, using the faction as a filter. This is working, right? Hi. And now if I go into faction menu, quest, it's filtering for the correct faction. We don't have any other faction right now, but that's okay. Okay, then we can actually delete this menu. It's not needed anymore. Then what should we do next? Okay. Yeah, maybe I will give a quick tour of the game. So this is a mobile game. That's why it's looking like that. And it's a town simulation game for the most part, but I'm also adding dungeons to the game. So it's kind of like two genres in one game type of thing. Maybe that's not the best idea to do, because it's becoming a very big game, and it's hard to finish it, taking very long. But I have enough time to do that, so let's go with it. So the world in this game is procedurally generated, and it's infinitely large in theory. Like, you can go in every direction how far you want, which is cool because on mobile not many games do that. Like, in general, I'm trying to do a mobile game that's actually as complex compared to some of the desktop games. So in the game you start with a let's create a new save file. You can, in the scenario choosing menu in the start of a new save file, choose the location you want to go to start your village. Let's go with cold. Now the game is looking for a location that's suitable for a start, and you have some small array of things you can choose from to start with. Let's take research and let's take rations. Okay. Usually it doesn't take as long as it does now to find a suitable start, but it depends. Okay, finally. Like, it has to find a place with enough trees, but not too many, because you need space to build stuff, and it also has to find some rocks because you need those to proceed. Okay, there we are. We have 5 villagers. All of them have different skills. Sadly, it's not. The game is not released yet, since it's not done. I'm working on it. Like, I think I'm not sure how to go. How to do it. Thank you for following me. Like, some parts of the game are finished, so they are polished, and I like how they look and work. But many other parts are not, and I'm not sure if I should do a early access type of thing where I release the game and make it make it playable, and then people can already try it and play it. Or if I should work on it until I think it's done and release it then. Like, it has pros and cons to do either of these options. For example, like you asked me, can I download it? And I have to say no. That's bad. So nobody but me can play the game right now. That's not optimal. But the core gameplay loop is also not completed yet. So even if you could download it right now, you wouldn't be you wouldn't be able to go very far in the game because some connections have not been made yet in the systems. For example, as I said, there are dungeons in the game. Like a few years ago, this game was already in a very finished state for that time. Like all the existing game systems were interconnected and working. And then I played it and tested it, and it was not fun to play. And that's why I started adding dungeons to the game, because the dungeons are like the challenge of the game. Like this village building is also kind of challenging. You have to solve problems there and can unlock new buildings and stuff, but there used to be no reason to do all of that. For example, in Factorio, you're building all this economy and all the machines and stuff to launch a rocket, right? So there is this goal you are working towards, but in my game there wasn't a clear goal you work towards, which made the whole gameplay loop very boring soon, because you wouldn't see any point in there was no point in doing all of that. And now with the dungeons, like we can go into one dungeon quickly. So there you can assemble squads, like this squad, which is called Alpha, contains 3 of your villagers right now, and you can equip them, and they have an inventory, and they have classes, different classes, swordsmen and stuff. And then you can control them and say, go into this dungeon, which they will do then. Here you can see how they walk over to that dungeon. Now they're inside the dungeon, and you can also enter dungeon. And this is the part that's not finished yet. It's like the dungeons need more work. What you're seeing right now are the dungeon rooms, and you can tell the squad to move to another room. And we can enter that room. Oh, we cannot, it seems. Yeah, as you can see, much more work is needed to be done. And this is also buggy. Now the main menu is disappeared. But eventually the dungeons will be a challenging place where you can fight against monsters and bosses, and you can only you're only able to succeed in the dungeons if your economy in the overworld has been set up properly by you. So you're building later you're building mines and smelting ores, creating weapons, And the better you are in doing that, the better your squad is going to be, the stronger they are going to be. So that's kind of those are the two genres I'm working on. The town building stuff, because I like building games and village games, town building games. But I also like dungeon exploration games. And currently I'm still working on the overworld stuff. Like some things in the overworld need work and need some attention. For example, I was working on quests right now. Yeah, when I'm not running the game, there's this recorded gameplay session on the right. You can watch if it's too boring to watch me code, you can at least watch something else on the side and see the game. Because I didn't used to have this recorded gameplay, and people always wanted me to show the game, and now I can just work, keep on working, and they can see the game, and I'm not interrupted by showing the game. But also sometimes I like to show the game, like in action, not recorded. I also do videos on YouTube about the game, like I did several devlogs. You can find the links to that channel below. I haven't done a devlog for a year now, so I'm planning to do one soon, a new one. But I'm not sure what to show, because I've changed so much in the last year. So many new things have been added. Like I have to either make a very fast-paced devlog where I go through everything very quickly, or I will split it up into several videos. Not sure about that yet. Also, like recording a devlog is taking a whole day, and most of the time, if I think about working on the game, I want to put the work into the actual game instead of a devlog. But the devlogs are also very useful because they're giving my game some attention in the long run. Okay, now that we solved that quest list thing, I have to come up with a new thing to work on. Let's see if we can add. Yeah, of course. Like streaming is much less intensive in since it's just running in the background while I'm working. Like I may be more productive programming off stream, but streaming is like the best of both worlds. That's nice of you that you find it interesting. Maybe I will do, like, nowadays you can do early access on mobile, so I could do a closed beta or something, and viewers of the channel could like apply for that in a very low key way. Not it's not very not trying to gatekeep, but Hi. Like, this guy is German, I think, and I'm German as well, but I'm going with English because I think I can reach a bigger audience streaming in English and having my videos in English. But if I write something in German, it's fine. I will try to translate it. Currently, it's not a problem because I don't have as many viewers. Most of the time, I don't have any viewers. So I'm not bothered with with these problems. But yeah, I'm also fine with either way. Just if people who don't speak German would read German chat, it would maybe feel disconnected to the stream. Yeah, also talking to chat is sometimes it's new to me to talk to chat because as I said, I don't have viewers most of the time. And whenever I do have viewers, it's you can see that my productivity goes down because I'm trying to trying to talk to chat. I'm not sure what to work on next. I can re-add this stone breaking quest. Where are the quests? There they are. Make stone bricks, cut log. Yeah, like coming up with quest dialogues and other type of dialogues in English is not easy for me, because like you always can tell that it's a German guy trying to write English dialogues, but in the end the player will will not read them anyways, and just click on the button and see what the quest is wanting them to do. So that's at least as long as it's kind of making sense, I'm okay. Now that we have multiple types of rocks, this quest is not as easy anymore, because I used to have a quest which said like break 50 rocks, but that was when there was only one type of rock, like a generic rock item, and later I added nine types of rocks, and also minerals. And now I'm not sure if the quest should be like just break any rock. Like, it doesn't make so much sense that a geologist from a foreign village is coming to your village and saying like, can you break 50 rocks for us? But it's a game, so oops. Successful. Also, it's very funny, like in their village the quarry is not working and they're asking you to break rock in your village. Doesn't make so much sense. So the dialogue text is done. Then we need to create the answers for the dialogues. Break stone. Yeah, and the other quest, like you have to cut wood and then give some of the wood to the quest giver. But in that case, the game doesn't know which type of rocks you've broken, so I cannot ask for a specific type. Like it would need some more work to bookkeep which type of rock currently exists in the world and what the quest giver can ask for. So let's just finish the quest without giving the rocks to them. Help out. Refuse to help. Then he's checking. If you finished the quest. That's the second answer. I think that's it. And then we need to in this method. Oh, this is already working, I think. It's always also a low level quest. Those are the first type of quests you get when you start a new game, like cut some logs, break rocks, and later you can get more complex quests, like craft certain products that are not available as easily as stone and wood. What else is needed? I think I need an icon for the quest. Yeah. These old icons I don't like. Quest icons. I need to create the quest in the faction. Yeah. Let's have a separate let's go with a higher number, since breaking rock is not so hard to do. Like, you just have to place a quarry next to a field of rocks and they will do it eventually. And it's also easy quest. That's the quest data. Then we have to check in the task of rock breaking. I also need stuff here. Like the whole progress. Let's go with mind. Icon is fine. That's okay. Yeah, that's needed. That I did already. Description is needed as well. Quest data 0. So here we have to make sure the quest is actually progressing. How did I do it for the wood cutting? I guess I didn't do it at all. Yeah, because in the wood cutting quest you have to actually give back the items, so that's how the quest is tracked, by seeing if you craft wooden planks, the counter of the quest will increment. But in that case I need to actually track the action of mining a single rock. So I need to go to where is this called? Yeah, that's where. Here I call quest big rock. That's okay. Then I call quest type check. How did I do it? So when the stone breaker breaks a rock, I call check what's it called, quest rocks mines. Then it goes here. Something is off. What's wrong? Okay. This method is called. I go through all the existing quests and tell every quest like rocks have been mined. And if the quest says like, okay, I'm the break stone quest, then the counter is incremented. And every other quest just ignores that. And at some point alright, did I make sure the quest knows when it's finished? I think so. Check progress. Yeah, I did. Here it checks like if the wanted amount, if the amount of rocks that have been broken is larger or equal to the amount that is needed, then the quest is finished. So now I think everything is properly set up and we can test it. This quest needs a quarry. So let's place a quarry, but in debug mode, so I don't have to wait for it to be constructed. Now I go into the faction, start the quest. Quest giver is arriving. Let's talk to him. Hello, blah blah. Maybe if you're let's wrap it in a different way. help out, and it crashes. Okay. Let's see why. Because I see, okay. I've forgotten to set something up here. Right. Oh, I forgot to break stone to actually start the quest. This is the and in the checking dialog, I'll also have to start the following dialog, and the second answer also has to be implemented in case you deny doing the quest, and in case you are not done yet. I don't know if the quest giver will ask you if you are done with the quest before you are being done with the quest. Like, he will not come prematurely to your village and ask. That's it, I think. We can now test it again. Let's save before starting the quest, so I don't have to replace the quarry. Help. Okay, nice. It didn't crash. Started the quest properly. It says products crafted. That's wrong. This needs this. Can reload it. Oh, that's the wrong game. Is it? No, it's not. It didn't save properly? Or I didn't use the correct data. Yeah. And now we can test if this actually works. Now they start breaking rock. And it incremented. Okay. That's still the wrong data, but I already changed it in the code. It's just the old game running, the old version. Let's finish the quest. by speeding it up. It's actually taking some time. Oh, okay, we're already 44. There we go. It's done. Now, if you wait a bit, the guy's back. Oh, we didn't add a text for the first answer. Yes. Yes, I'm done. Now this guy is also wanting me to do something. It's another quest. Which one? Construction 8. He wants me to create soft bricks, and they can be created out of sandstone. Yeah, it's fine. But we added this quest now successfully. The rock breaking quest. So what to do next? Let's add the bowl quest. ID 6, level 1, 2. Let's call it party preparation. Kitchen. No, wood crafting. So again, the same procedure, adding all the dialogues. Oh, I used to have them. Let's use the old ones. Accept, deny. Wait. Yes, 6 dialogues. Let's write it again. Change the IDs. No. Now the dialogue, catalogs, breakstone. I used to have the make bold text already. It's a funny text. I used to give some of the crops. Let's go with that. Blah 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 blah. Maybe it's too long. Check. Not done yet. Deny. No. Okay, those were the dialogues. Now Okay. I think that's it. I think we added this quest. I didn't. Oh, I need to set up the icon. Maybe that's a level 1 quest. Now this will count the quest numbers for me. Cannot see it because it's off the screen, but helpful for me to track how many quests I have for each level. So in the end I will have enough quests. Let's test. To test this we need to temporarily make this level 0. Because I can only start debug quests from level 0. Wood crafting. One bowl. That's weird. Ah, I used the wrong data. Nice, it didn't crash. This is working. Let's employ a woodcrafter. And let's craft wooden bolts. Let's cheat some planks. It's working. Is it done yet? Not yet. Oh, storage is full. Well. Okay, quest is finished. Let's send back the guy. There he is. This menu is not done. Well, but everything worked, at least. No. Nice. Okay, this request is also working. I'm going to have a quick break, grab some water, and think what to work on next. Think about that. See you. Okay, let's improve that menu. Where is it? This one. First I have to set up the game so I can access the menu directly. This means I have to finish the quest. And save before right before the dialogue starts. Yeah, the quest is finished. Let's start the dialogue. Now we save, load, and talk to him. Ah, that's another quest. There he is. It's another quest. Jesus. Why is the quest not finishing? Mm-hmm. There could be a bug that prevents the quest from finishing. Hello. Oh, another follower. Thank you. Oh, another follower. Thank you. I suspect a bug here. Yeah, I can add Java to the tags of the stream. I should debug this. I should. Because right now, like, I'm having this bug that I finish a quest. Let's start the game. And this guy is trying to give me another quest, but I don't want to take it. But we already have this quest, which is finished. We did it. But person that gave us that quest is not coming back and asking for the stuff we did. And I suspect that it has something to do with this code, because here we check the progress of existing quests, right? So, but we do it by looking at all the faction members and checking if they gave us any quests. But this only works if we assign the quests to them only once. Like, let's say we have a geologist who gave us that rock breaking quest, and then in his data it says like he gave us that quest, and later it will check him and ask him ask what quest type does he have, what quest type did he give us. But now if I in some other place in the code use that same geologist for another thing and give him another quest, which I think happened, this will be erased and he will never check his old quest. So instead of remembering in the member data which quest has been assigned, I could either remember it in the quest data which member started that quest and always call him to finish the quest. Because here when I start a new quest, blah blah blah, this is like evaluating which quest type should be started. And then if we have candidates of quests, we find a member of the faction that should start the quest. This is this method. It's very old code. Not that old, maybe 1 year ago I wrote this and I don't understand everything of it. Like here we have this create argument. Which I use to let's say you don't know any geologist of the foreign faction and they want to start a geology quest, then a new geologist will be created for that quest. And later, if you do another geology quest, they may not create another one but use the old one. And reusing the old one may be the bug, because then it's overwriting the existing quest a member. But we should just debug the code and see what happens. Yeah, it's because of the chat window. Now we are at the correct position in code. And we are iterating over members. Here it says like, is the member currently spawned on the map or is he not? And he's not spawned. And then it's asking like, does he have any quest? No. No. That's why. Like, we have a quest, but no member is assigned to the quest anymore, and so no member will ever come back to the village and say like, have you done the quest yet? This means I have to somehow find a way to solve this. Let's check inside of, like when we create the quest. When do we actually write? Here we do. I just have to make sure when I create a new quest that I'm not using any member that is already having a quest. I have to check if I look for that. Start new quest. Get member for quest. Yeah, I never look for that. I just take one geologist for a new geology quest, and it could randomly be one of the geologists who already has a quest for you. So by default, this should be z -1. I hope it is. I create a member. I set his quest thing. What's the default? Zero. Oh, -1 is the default. Okay, that's nice. But that also means that the save file is now corrupted, because that quest can never be finished. I have to start a new world. Let's go. And let's set this to 0, so that these quests also can start on the geology building. Yeah, when debugging I call exactly the same method then. And when I call create quest, then I do the whole no, where did I get the member from? Okay, let's test it. We have a faction. We don't know any members yet. Let's debug it. There we are. It's not added. The quest is too high. But this one can be added, the Explore World quest. And here we already tried to get a member, but without creating a new one. Like we're checking for checking if a member exists to do that. Let's see. Okay. Now we wait the quest levels. Let's step into this. It's not a trader quest, we don't have a member yet. Let's go over all members. We do have a geologist. Why though? It's the first quest. Why couldn't it be him? Here we set the data. Then we write quest data, return that, create a dialog out of the data, and return that. Then we spawn the member. Then the other code is executed and is coming to a village. I refuse his quest. So here we read the quest ID. And if he has a quest, it should show in this menu during debug mode. By saying again. Why is it not show? Ah, it is showing. Okay, this is the quest ID of this member. -1 is no quest. Then let's start a quest. Here he comes. Let's first check. He has this quest now. Because 10 is the ID of this exploration quest. Let's talk to him. Let's save before we talk to him. Check both possibilities. First, we will refuse to help him and see if he still has that quest assigned to him. He does not. This is correct. Let's reload and accept the quest. Agree. Quest received. Now he's leaving and he has still that quest assigned to him. Now we have this quest in the list, which says like explore 4 chunks. We can quickly do that by cheating in debug mode. Now we have 4 chunks explored. In the actual game, you would have to employ a geologist here in this building and send him on an exploration. But for testing reasons, this will do. So now I have to skip some time. And now 2 visitors are coming, because one is not known yet, so I cannot see him in the list. One of them is trying to give me a new quest, and one of them is trying to Yeah, this one is asking how did the exploration go. That's correct, but I want to talk to the other one first. This one is trying to give me another quest. Is this enough to make him known? Yeah, now they are both known, and one has the explore quest and the other one has the find biome quest. This already proves like that I fixed something, because the second geologist didn't the second quest was not started with the same geologist, because he was already occupied by the first quest we got. So let's finish it. Finish that quest. Quest is done. He's leaving. Now check on him. He has no quest anymore. That's good. The other one wants to start a quest with us. Let's agree to that. Leave. He is now leaving. And he still has that quest. And now, if we skip some more time in game, the game is again trying to give us a quest, and it should hopefully assign it to this free geologist. Or like, I'm not if there wasn't any free geologist, it would just create a new one. So let's see what happens. It could also be that no quest is started, but there is a quest being given to us, and this is yeah, everything is fixed now, I hope, because this is the guy we know already, and he was chosen to be the quest giver for this quest number 13, which is this quest. This find a chunk with certain rock on it quest. So we can now further test it. If I accept the quest, and I will not do the quest now, I will just wait for a third quest to be given to us, to check if both occupied geologists will stay occupied or will be reused, which they should not be, because they cannot have two quests. Since the old one, as before, was will be overwritten then and never be solved. So let's skip some more time and wait for another quest to appear. There he is. Let's check our members. Okay. It worked, because now we have we know of 3 geologists, although we didn't talk to him yet, but him signing into this building and activating this exclamation mark is triggering the code to make him known to our village. So he's now showing up in this list of members. But as I hoped, a new geologist was created instead of overwriting an old one. So now we can talk to him. He wants us to explore chunks again. We will refuse, and he will leave. And we check again the member data. He has no, like, when you refuse a quest, you will the geologist will also have his quest removed. So he's now free again for another quest. What was his name? This no, I don't know how to pronounce it, but let's wait for another quest and see. I guess now sleeping. Yeah. And we will see that again this guy wants us to explore chunks. Okay, but we don't want to. But this is fixed now. And now I can look for a chunk in the desert. And we found one in the desert, and we also found a chunk with an outcrop containing marble. Where was it? Probably here. This is marble up there, the white rocks. So now both the quest givers should come back. Oh no, that's wrong. Action. They should now both come back. The third one wants to give us the exploration quest again. So let's talk to Miner. Yeah, we share our collected knowledge. Thank you, bye. Then we talk to this one. Quest is also done. Nice, bye. And that one wants us once again to explore chunks, but we don't want to explore chunks. Bye. And now the member data should all be -1, which is correct. And I hope this is finally fixed. Nice. So I wanted to, like, in the first place, why I even found this bug was because I wanted to work on this menu, which is called after you finish a quest, in which you create something like a product, and then you have to give the product to the quest giver to fulfill the quest. And this menu is dealing with the items. So let's again set up a quest. But for that quest we need to create a wood crafting workshop. And now we can start the party preparation quest. It couldn't be started because I did not debug. I should just go to faction. Let's just not check for the level in debug mode. We can just start every quest we want. And this also means we don't have to do this anymore. We can set it back to actual level. Let's restart again. Let's Oh, we didn't save the wood crafting workshop. Now we did. And now we can start the party preparation quest. This guy doesn't have a texture, so it's just showing the debugging texture. Let's check faction data, faction member data. That's a citizen, and he has the quest with ID number 6, which is the make bolts, which I just started. Let's talk to him. Blah 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 blah. Help out. Now he's leaving. And now he still has that quest. I should add another debugging thing. Like I have this menu which is called cheat, building storage cheat. First I rename it. So it's consistent with other debugging menus. And then I want, like when you click on one of the items in the menu, it's added to the building for debugging reasons, so I can test stuff. But I also want that this this should also trigger the questing system, so I can quickly test quests instead of waiting for the products actually to be crafted. I can just cheat them, and the quest system will think we did that without cheating, and will update the quest data. Before that I had to wait like for the actual crafting, which took some minutes. So let's see, we have this quest. We need to produce 320 wooden bowls, but we don't do that properly, we just cheat them now. So if I click once, one bowl is added, you can see it here. And if you go into the quest menu, one has been crafted, like it's now working. It's now tricked the quest system, so to say. It just cheats many bowls. Like if I hold the button, it will create 50 cheated items, and we need 300, so I need to do this 3 more times. Now we have enough, the quest is fulfilled, and if we skip some time ahead, the guy will come back and get the bolts. This one again wants us to explore chunks. So I have to playtest if the quests are annoying, because every day in the game someone wants you to explore chunks. Yeah, hand over the bowls, and this is the menu I want to work on now. So that's exactly the spot I want to save, because now I can reload the game, go into the dialogue, and enter this menu. Otherwise I wouldn't have the data set up properly to enter this menu. I have to like manage that the quest is active and stuff. But now we can improve. As you can see, like the text is not properly aligned, and this is a mess. I don't like this. I also want like we can, for example, also put some bolts into this building, and then inside of the give menu we can scroll through all the buildings that contain the item we want to give. Like the start building has 50, as I cheated just now, and that one has the 351. And it could be like that we have the items spread over several buildings, so this menu allows us to like collect them from multiple sources, like take 50 from here, now we have 50, go to the next building, take the rest, now we have the wanted amount. But I need to like overhaul the look of this building, of this menu, and also remove. Quite flexible, this menu. We can take 50 from here. Cannot remove them. Ah, that's also a bug I didn't notice yet. We should be able to remove whenever we have something in our hand from that building. We need to update this number. Which I thought we did, but apparently not. Take, remove, take, remove, take. Let's first fix the UI and later we try to fix the bug, the buttons. Yes, I have two. This is in card number 1, raw card. Here we do this thing with let's create a string. Then we need a size for that. In this menu, let's take this, we use it here. Here we set the colors, fire brick or navy. Let's use sea green. And then we want to evaluate the fit. How much space do we have? Let's find out. What is this called? UI card give items. That's the thing. And down here we are displaying the amount. We don't need this, we don't need this. We just need to go like this. Now, since we saved, we can just close this, reload the menu, and look at it. And now I can move this. This is never called. This is only called. This can also be called here. Is this correct? I guess. Then we have to move the icon. And the scrolling text. Oh, that's much better. We should put the name down here and the amount up there. The name needs much more space than the amount. We now have more space for the text. Where is the scrolling name? Yeah, I have 52, go 51. That's thank you for following. I'm not going to pronounce any names in chat. So you know who I don't have that many followers at any given moment, so you know who you are if I say thank you. But what should I write in this spot? I could just write give or something. Give. I didn't even use this yet. That's that. Now I need to work on the look of the this stuff. If I click it and it doesn't have enough, I can just say not enough items. Yeah, it's okay. Now we take some, we have enough. Put them back. Again, what data do I want to show here? I'll be back in a minute. I'm grabbing some water, so quick break. Okay, I'm back. I'm still not sure what I want to show here, what I want to, like this text is a description to the player, like what to do here. Go through the local buildings and collect the wood. Maybe that text is not needed since it's like you're coming from this menu and you're clicking on hand over the wooden bowls, then you go here. Like you can get it what you're doing here, like it's already saying in the title of this menu, like give wooden bowls. I don't have to have this text. I can delete this and then I can put the name of the current building that is being focused, put it here and write the amount of wooden bowls this building has. And then in another line I could say I took 5 from here or 10 or whatever number. And then I could, like the rest of the information is okay to display. I just have to use this brown UI elements that I started using in all of the menus. So let's go to Asprite and do that. First we open this one, since this is displayed here, this is the same thing. And now we can copy this to another file, a new file. Create a new layer. And from here we can copy this. So what did we say? What do we need? Like we need name of the building. We need 4 lines. Or we could like number of buildings with wooden bowls. We could put this in. Yeah, I know how to do it. Like here in this thing we say like building 1 of 1 or building 1 of 2, like depending on how many buildings we are having in the list of possible sources for the wanted item. Not sure how wide this is going to be. So we now only need 3 lines. Next line should be how many items did we take from here? We don't need the icon here. Need a line. What was the last line? The second line is like we took this building contains X amount of items, and the third line is we took X amount of that. So oh, this is overlapping, and since these things are not opaque, I shouldn't be drawing over this. Eight and 2. Now it's centered, but not on the y-axis. That's good. Now I need to fill this in. There we go. We want to have numbers on the right side here in the second and third line. Maybe we make sure this is not, maybe it's the same size to be consistent. What did I mess up? There we go. So now we remove the second layer, we don't need that. And we save as UI give item PNG. Now we have to add it to the game in this very messy list of textures. Is that the correct name? UI give item. Yeah, that's correct. Now we can use it here by drawing it at the correct position, like the card. This is the card we just had as a background in Sprite. So if you put it at the same position, it will align perfectly as it did in Sprite. Now we need to have the number. This is the list of buildings that is compiled on the startup of this menu. So it goes through all of the buildings in this outpost and checks how many this method is filling this list with all the buildings that contain the wanted item. Like we are looking for wooden balls in this case, so we go through all of the buildings in this outpost, and then we check how many of these items does it have, and we add it to the menu, to the list, which means the size of this list is the number of buildings. And the index find is the current number of current index of this building, of the building we are looking at. So we, in rendering, say let's go with debug positions. If I used these two things, I can, while the game is running, move items. Since this is not like Unity, I cannot. In Unity, you can like have the game with the editor open, and then in the editor move things, and it will be immediately moved accordingly in the running game. But with Libgdx, you cannot do that. So I kind of cheated it. I created a menu that at least has these debugging positions, which can be manipulated during the running game. And if I use them in, let's say, this UI, I can move the UI while looking at it, which makes it much quicker to place certain things. Because before that, I used to do it like write a number here, run the game, see if it fits if it aligns how I wanted to, and then change the number, run the game again. So the iteration time is much larger doing it the old way. So now it's at least it's reduced. I still have to afterwards, after placing it properly, I have to put the correct number in here and replace this. But still it's much quicker because I can see the actual thing moving in the running game and pixel perfectly place it much quicker than before. I wanted to put here index find and list buildings.size. But I want to increment this by 1 because index starts with 0. This text can be yeah, I can keep it. This can be removed. And here I want to say the name of the current building. And then one line below, I want to say contains blah blah blah. Like I will probably say items stored, maybe not the actual name of the item, but generically saying item stored. Then I don't have to deal with the length of the item name. It should be clear, like from the rest of the UI, what item is wanted. It's once displayed in the title and secondly displayed in the card. Like here it says wooden bowl, so I don't have to put it here twice or a third time. So I draw no blah 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 stored. Here I say no item stored. Let's say it like that. So second line I say no, I can put it down here. You can why not? And then like this. I already saved the building amount because I put it into this map. Here. Building amount. This might be buggy sometime, but I'm not going to deal with it now. Items stored, I said 0, and here I can say building has. In gold. And one line below that. Because I say so all of these UI elements are now placed with debug position. So now I run the game again, and I can then change these positions until everything is placed properly. Let's see. Close the game, reopen it. We are now using the new UI element we just created. I'm talking in plural, like we created something, like I created, but you witnessed that. That's okay. Now this items stored. Should I left align it or center it? Let's go with left aligning. I think I have enough space to say here. So now this should update properly. Yeah, it does. Now I need to put all the numbers I just came up with into the code. Like, you cannot see the console of Android Studio, but I've implemented it like so that it puts all the debugging positions into the console, and I just can copy it from there. Like, I cannot recommend doing menus like this, like hard coding all the numbers, but that's how my menu system works right now, and I cannot spend time on changing it any time in this project. Like, I'm just going with it and will finish this project, and maybe in the next game I will come up with a smarter UI which can be manipulated better and does not have to be hard coded like this. But as you can see, it didn't take that much time. It didn't take that much longer than if you did that in Unity. But the downside is that it's hard coded. It only works on this resolution, on this aspect ratio. So let's look at it again, if everything is placed properly. Yes. Now let's put some in the other buildings, so I can check the code. Now it says one of 3 buildings, because now you can like move through the buildings and it updates correctly. It says like geology cabin has 3 wooden bolts, you can take them. That didn't work properly. And I think I know why, because down here I say somewhere that I used the building I think I used the building, this building. Ah. See, I shouldn't be doing this. Like, I have to distinguish between this building instance and the one that I'm looking at currently. Like, this is the instance I'm coming from, since I clicked on this building to enter this dialog. So that's what that is. And then I mix them up. At some point in code, when I press the button, which one is it? Taking. Yeah, current is the current building. So I have to find out where the position is, where I do this wrongly. The focusing is correct. Drawing isn't concerned. But here pressing, building has this one is not correct. It should say current has current ID. That's why. Let's again put some of the bolts in the other buildings. Yeah, now it's correct. Now I can have 4 in the building or take 4. Or I can go to another building and take the rest from here. Or put it back everywhere. Now the menu is working. And maybe I will change the color from so now finally this menu should be done, but I have to test one more thing to be completely sure that it is working. And that is, if I enter this menu and none of your buildings has the item, like I consider this case, as you can see here in the rendering, I say list building is 0, which means list building is the buildings that contain the wanted item. And if that is 0, no building does contain that item. Which means I have to somehow cheat. I will now do a dirty cheat and by saying if I'm in debug mode, the wanted item is rail, which I certainly do not have in any of the buildings. And this allows me to look at the menu I wasn't in debug mode. This is what debug mode looks like. So let's go. It still says, this needs to be placed 1 pixel down. Icon, where is it? There it is. In all the text it still says that's weird. It says like item. In some places it says it says wooden ball, but here it shows the debug item, which is the rail. What is that? Because I used the argument item, but not the local one, the field. that's why I just have to use it here. I don't care if it's displaying the wrong name. I just want to see the menu without any buildings with a rail. Still, I wasn't in debug mode again. Now. And it crashes, which is also nice, because now I found this bug. Here it crashes. Because I try to find items from a building that does not exist. Current does not exist here. I can say like if building is null, handle that. Like so. And then I just have to make sure that I do not call list building. I don't have to set it to 0 because it's already set to 0 in the beginning of this menu, but at least I'm catching this null pointer. Let's see if this does the job. That was not debug mode. That's what I wanted to see, because now it says correctly like no item sources. But these two are not aligned properly. Which one is it? And then I put this here and here and say nothing. Or I say hyphen . That was not the debug mode again. I always forget. None of this should be working, and it does not. And that's how I wanted it to be. So if you somehow, like I need to have this case considered, because thank you for following. Like there could be this rare case where the player has a quest which wants him to craft some bolts, let's say, and then after finishing the quest, like after crafting the wanted amount, the player just goes and sells that items. So the quest is still fulfilled, but the items are gone, right? They are sold. And then the quest giver is coming back because he's triggered by the quest being fulfilled. And he's talking to you, and then you will enter this menu and see this saying like you don't have the wanted item anymore. This could well be the case. So this is how I handle that. Like I do handle it now properly. You could also say to the guy, I'm not done yet, and he will have no message because I didn't put it in, but let's see. First answers, get message or later. Yeah, we forgot to add that. Bolts. Make bolts later. But hurry up. The party is starting soon. Like this guy is going to be passive aggressively asking you to hurry up. And now he's leaving. He isn't leaving because I also forgot to put it in. Like if you press later, I did. Why doesn't he leave? Yeah, I have to check sometime else why he doesn't leave afterwards, after we postpone the quest. But now that I finished this menu, maybe that's a good point of ending the stream, because I've been going for 4 hours now, which is cool because I didn't go as long for a long time. Thank you, bye. Now he's leaving and we gave away the bowls and he gave us books for that, research books that we can use in the research system. Okay, nice. Then that's it. Thank you for watching, and I guess I will be streaming tomorrow again. So see you then, hopefully. Otherwise, you can, whenever like I stream, I will always upload the video on YouTube afterwards. You can find the links down below to the main channel and the second channel where I upload the streams. On the main channel you can watch devlogs for this game. But thank you for coming by and see you soon.